coming in hot, Chinchy, on a Monday. Bro, you're coming in way hot with those guns. You got the gun show, Smith the Wesson, right on your arms there.
Dude, now I know when girls pull their tops up, like what it feels like. Bro, you took me out of my backyard. Sean is, where are you now? Arizona?
I'm in Arizona for the MLB Draft Combine for these youngsters.
There you go. So we tried to record maybe at 8 a.m., but I had to take Macy to a vet appointment. Right. Went well. Great appointment.
Oh, good, That's good.
Then Sean's at a stopover, and he's like, oh, let's do it here in the middle of the afternoon. And I was out to lunch with my father-in-law. And so now here we are. I came straight in from the backyard. I'm dressed like a complete thug. I look like Eric Nies from The Grind. Remember that, dude? Remember The Grind? Did you watch The Grind on MTV?
No, I've never heard of that.
What?
No.
Eric Nies was... don't even worry about it. It's too long of a story to tell you. Anyway.
Is that MTV?
Yeah, MTV's The Grind. Eric Nies.
Oh, yeah, I remember him,
He was like this Jack dude, and he was like... he was on a original Real World... And they tried to make like a funky, cool... It was probably like right before, what is that? Total Request Live? But he was like...
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was like right before Total Request Live. Anyway.
Dude, I just got Fubo TV because YouTube TV doesn't have MLB Network anymore. And dude, on Fubo TV, they have MTV Classic Rock. Like, dude, it's like the MTV we watched.
Yes.
Bro, I can't turn it on because I'll like get in a trance.
Dude, introduce it to your kids, man, and let them know what we grew up with. That was better than this crap.
You want to feel like a good dad. Let me drop this on you real quick. My oldest son, Andrew's first concert ever was Tom Petty.
That's amazing.
6 months before he passed.
Wow.
Bob Seger was his second concert. Jake's first concert was Bob Seger. I took Carly to her first concert, but it was Taylor Swift. And all she does is go to Taylor Swift. But Jillian told me that, she's 13, and she said one of her homeroom teachers listens to nothing but classic rock, and she would sing along the songs.
Really?
And he's like, Jillian, do you know all the lyrics? She's so smart. She knows the lyrics to everything. And he goes, how do you know the lyrics? Like, hey, my dad's a good dad. All he does is play classic rock.
Oh, how proud of a dad was that for you? But speaking of dads, how was Father's Day? What'd you do?
It was great, dude. I had a great Father's Day. Went to Mass with the girls, 11 o'clock. Then went over to my parents' house at noon. Had lunch with my dad and my mom, and that was great. My mom makes her famous grilled cheese for Jillian, and then I cut my dad's hair. My dad's hair's.
I saw that picture. I saw it with the clippers, dude.
Oh, dude, I clip it, and he's like, Shawnee, don't go too short. I'm like, Dad, you got nothing on the top. He's like, take it tight on the side. And you know what's funny, Chinch? What I realized when he started cutting my dad's hair, I'm like, when you get older, the ear hair just keeps growing. I got some now. Like I see it happening.
I have some on the frontal lobe. Yeah. Dude,
you gotta get in there and zap it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You start realizing when you go get your hair cut by a professional, and all of a sudden you feel them go, bzzzt, and it hit your ear, and you're like, oh wow, I got ear hair now, to a point where the barbers actually like, oh, I got to chop this off my ears.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's actually a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So what we did is we had my father-in-law Jerry over here, and my dad, and so like a week ago, my mom gave me what kind of, do you remember the beach chairs your grandparents had, where they were chairs? Unfold them and you sit like this in a chair.
Yes.
Best chairs ever. So my grandfather, my Pop Joe, and Nanny Maggie Ferrone, they had these two chairs. They used to go to Bar Beach. They used to go to like the concert series that was like, big band stuff. And when they passed away, my mom gave me the two chairs because I always loved them when I was a kid. I used to sit on them. So my dad comes over like 3 weeks ago, and he goes, "Hey, I'm taking those two chairs. I need chairs for my backyard." And I was like, "Oh." I was like, no, that's like my heirloom from my. And so what we did was we surprised my dad yesterday. Just found, because they really don't make chairs like that anymore. You know how they say they don't do it like in the olden days?
Yeah.
Just found like on Amazon, like Deluxe Plus somewhere. She found old school chairs made today. And so that's what we got my dad for Father's Day. He was very excited about it.
And of course, Jess found them.
Of course, Jess found him. I couldn't find him.
Of course,
There's no shot. There's no shot. Yeah. Hey, so let's talk a little baseball. We got two things. I'm going to preface. Yeah, I'll give you a little teaser. Here's the thing. We know we have Shohei Ohtani fans, by the way. Whenever we talk about Shohei Ohtani, the fans come out, man, and we got some more fans. So in a little while, we will start our very first series in which every single day for the rest of our lives, we will have, what do we call it? The Shohei Minute?
5 minutes with Shohei, or 2 minutes with Shohei. The Shohei Minute.
The Shohei Minute will happen from now on every day
just
on
to
our
see
show.
how he's doing, even in the offseason. Who's he dating?
Who's he dating?
By the way, is Shohei dating anybody?
If you were Shohei, would you lock yourself down right now? I'm not going to lie.
Probably not.
I don't think there's any logic behind that.
I would just stay the international superstar that I am.
Yes, exactly. So we will get to that in a minute. But really cool stat I saw today. There are 3 teams in Major League Baseball. One's West Coast, one's Central, one's East. 3 of the biggest teams in the world. I would argue in the past 5 or 6 years, maybe add the Braves to this, the 3 most foremost teams in Major League Baseball are all 39 and 33. I'll start left coast. Dodgers 39 and 33. The Astros 39 and 33. The Yankees 39 and 33. So I thought we would dive into the 3 of them, the 3 big time teams, the 3-headed monster, and let's just kind of dissect where they're all at. For this one, I want to start on the East Coast because here in New York and in the media and around here, sky is falling. The Yankees are the worst team ever. Now, granted, they'd probably be 5 games up in both Centrals, but they're 39-33. The whole world's crumbling. Stanton is struggling mightily. Judge is banged up. Volpe just found something in his swing, and apparently people are getting angry because he found it with like a high school or college teammate, and they're like, well, where are the coaches? How come the coach didn't find this mechanical change? Let's just start with the Yankees and give me your take on them. And at the end of all of this, we'll figure out who has the best chance of getting back on track. So start Yankees.
I mean, the biggest take on the Yankees, bro, is Aaron Judge means everything to them. That's why they gave him the big money. They know they're a totally different franchise without Aaron Judge and a totally different team. So whenever Aaron Judge goes down, dude, the Yankees go in the tank. Just look at years past, too. Whenever Judge goes down, that lineup's not the same. He makes everybody around him better. It makes the team better. He's kind of the go-to guy even if he doesn't get any hits. His presence in that lineup means everything. So, for the Yankees, for me, I just don't know if they – and then the other thing that coincides with this, Stanton is struggling, but Rizzo has been struggling. Rizzo's the other guy that you're like, okay, Rizzo's having a nice year. He's going to be on top of things. Dude, he's like – I don't know, 2 for his last 40-something, like a legit tailspin. So the fact that those guys were scuffling at the same time Judge went down is just not good for the Yankees. I believe when he comes back, though, they'll get it going again.
Okay, good. Let's move on to the Central. What's up with the Astros? What's your take?
You know what? That lineup top to bottom just really hasn't gotten going. And if you watch the Astros all year long, they kind of had that one run at one point where Bregman was a little hot and, they were kind of getting things going. But, when you look top to bottom, man, I just feel like they've never really gotten off the ground all year. They had a good little run where they were like 12 games over 500, and now they're 39 and 33, and they're just kind of hovering. But one thing, dude, when I think about the Astros and I think about the Yankees, like they're the kind of teams you have to worry about. Because we're talking about them struggling at 39 and 33. That means there's a run in there somewhere.
Right.
There's a big run in there somewhere that both those teams haven't made yet.
Got it. All right. So now let's go over to LA. I have a question for you before we go into what their issues are. Do you think, let's not forget, because we it happened, you brush under the table, it's a weird story, still no, whatever the truth is, you can be on one side of it or another, but they paid Trevor Bauer $1 gazillion to be their next guy, like their next Kershaw, whatever. And then we all know everything that happened with him. He's gone. He's in Japan now or something like that. And do you think, because over the past 4 or 5 or 6 years, they would trade for a shortstop, they would go buy somebody, they would go do something where they would take on a contract. Do you think there is a Trevor Bauer effect on the Dodgers right now, or do you think they just need to clean it up?
I don't think so. I think they're just kind of scuffling along right now, to tell you the truth. They're bringing up a lot of rookies who are doing well. A lot of those guys in the rotation, are doing well. Freddie Freeman's having an MVP season. And the other guys have been okay. I mean, Outman's kind of started scuffling a little bit. I got off to that hot start. He's kind of like he's okay. Mookie Betts is having a nice year. I think he just hit his 17th bomb the other day or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's having a nice year. But hey, Muncy's hitting home runs, but he's hitting around 200, right? 190.
Yeah.
I think. I think the lineup isn't as formidable right now. Maybe with Trey Turner, Trey Turner's gone. Like Corey Seager's been gone a couple of years. Trey Turner's not there anymore. Cody Bellinger's gone.
That's Bellinger. I was going to bring him up.
Things are different. Things are different in LA, man. I mean, things are definitely there. Kershaw's doing his thing, and their team also, dude. They don't scare you as much right now as maybe as they used to. And the Arizona Diamondbacks are for real. So that's a real thing too out there in the West.
Yeah.
But they're still a really good team, Chinch. They just really are. And at some point they're going to get going and right the ship. All three of these teams that we're talking about them because they've been elite teams and they're
pedigree.
39 and 33.
They have pedigree. And they have
pedigree, right? They have pedigree, exactly. Yeah. So they know how to flip that switch at some point when they get healthy and they start clicking on all cylinders. They're going to start steamrolling some teams.
Yeah, and hey, one other note. Harold Reynolds broke this on MLB Network. He interviewed Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts. His brother Mookie. There used to be a joke that Elvis the Pelvis and his brother Enos. I won't say what that reminds you of. Anyway, Mookie said to Harold that if he makes the All-Star game, he's going to try to go into the home run derby.
Wow.
That would be interesting because he's not like the home run hitter guy. But I go back to, remember Bobby Abreu? Bobby Abreu hit so many home runs in a home run derby one year that they had to change the entire format. They had to change the format because he hit like 750. Yeah. Were you there?
Yeah. No, I wasn't there, but I watched it.
That's good. You also didn't you catch a home run in, where's that?
Dude, in 2015.
Foul ball or home run?
We were in left field. I caught a foul.
You and Chris Rose. Chris Rose were there.
Yeah. And Amsinger. Amsinger, literally, I just got some, I'll never forget, I got ribs and like a beer, and I'm walking down to sit down on my feet, and I'm like, Amsinger, dude, we're so far away. We're in the.
That was the tank. Great suite, by the way. Give him credit for the suite. It was a nice suite, but it was in the tank. It was up in a corner of
dude, we were like one of the worst seats. I'm like, are we MLB Network, or are we like. Are we fishing network? You know what I mean? So dude, Amsinger's like, hey, he's like, can somebody hit it up? Dude, get hold of him, make it hit up. I swear, Chinch, in the middle of that conversation, Amsinger goes, here we go. Well, I didn't see it. So I look up because I was looking down at my seats. I look up, dude. The ball's coming right for my face. So I drop everything, dude, and I catch the ball. It slices my finger, but I caught it. And, dude, it was in Cincinnati, and the place started chanting, KC.
I know.
It was one of the coolest moments of my life. So organic.
Dude, I was 25 feet behind you crushing hot dogs and drinking a vodka soda at the time, I believe. So I did. I had a great view of it. Oh, you finished that pregame show at the All-Star Home Run Derby? It's party time. I gotta be honest.
You could have some fun, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, so let's go. What are we going to call this? The Shohei Minute? The Ohtani time? Ohtani time.
Yeah, Ohtani Minute. The Ohtani time.
Oh, okay. It's Ohtani time. Him and Mike Trout went back-to-back last night. Two stories here. One, Shohei Ohtani is, I'm not going to like rattle them all off. He is basically leading in every single offensive category for the Angels. I'm talking batting, I'm talking average, homers, power, steals, everything like that. And he plays on the same team as Mike Trout. He's leading on every single offensive category, and Mike Trout is his teammate.
Yeah, that's how incredible he is, dude. Not only is he leading though on the Angels, he's first in home runs with 24. He's right up there in ribbies at 58. He's hitting 300. Yep. He's stealing. Has over 10 bags stolen. Mm-hmm. This guy is, like we said, is a total unicorn, but that's why we talk about him every day on the Mayor's Office, too, because we have something to talk about. Literally, every day he gives us, Shohei Ohtani gives us something to talk about, and it's absolutely incredible what he's doing, dude, and he is launching balls.
Yes, and by the way, Shohei Ohtani fans, we see you. We see you joining our website. Join We will talk about we're saying we will talk about Shohei Ohtani every single day until the day both Sean and I pass. We will be talking about Shohei Ohtani. Okay. You know what he's
Dude,
like?
wait, Chinch, what do you think of the samurai helmet they're putting on? That thing's incredible.
Dude,
That's
it's
legit.
it's unbelievable. Oh, wait, by the way, that reminds me. Have you seen the Arnold Schwarzenegger documentary yet? Dude, it's 3 parts.
You know what, dude? I've had 2 friends. You're the 3rd friend to say,
Bro,
have you seen the Arnold documentary?
We have 1 left. It's first of all, they break it up perfectly. It's 3. 1 is like the origin. So it's him like with the weightlifting and all that. Part 2 is turning into the biggest superstar in acting. And we haven't seen part 3 yet. And I'm not as excited about this, but this is when he gets into politics. You forget he was a governor of
California.
I'm the governor of California. I am the governor of California. So, dude, you have to watch it because when they start getting into like Conan the Barbarian, and then they get into freaking when he met God, who's the guy that did that? And he also did Titanic, the director, greatest director, one of the best directors.
Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio?
No, director, dude, not the actor. James Cameron, I'm talking about. James Cameron.
Cameron Crowe.
James
Cameron, I remember.
Anyway, James Cameron met. I'm not going to spoil it. They met at a restaurant, and they walk through where the phrase "I'll be back" came from. That is enough to make you watch this documentary.
Don't tell me that.
I'm not telling you anything other than the fact that you will find out how the term "I'll be back" came.
I'll be back.
And it honestly is arguably probably the number 1 quoted.
I know what happened, dude. I know what happened.
I'm not going to say if you're right or wrong, but go ahead.
Him and James Cameron are at the bar, at the restaurant, and Arnold's like, "Listen, I got to take a piss. I'll be back."
I'm not going to tell you what happened, but I will guarantee you that's not what happened. Anyway, so wait, are you solo or is Sarah with you?
No, I'm solo out here. I'm solo. I just want to know, did Arnold have your shirt on a couple times?
Bro.
When you in the movies?
Dude,
you're starting to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You're starting to look like Andy Schwarzenegger, his brother.
He talks about how, a lot of guys did the steroids. Not everybody did the steroids, but sometimes you have to do the steroids. I'm pretty good. I do a pretty good Arnold, though.
But you're really good at Arnold. He did steroids, though, right? He's not denying that, right? Let's not do this. He's not
fully all in. Fully all in.
Okay, yeah, because back then, dude, you're not looking like that doing freaking creatine.
Dude, you have to see some of these videos when he's doing the Mr. Universe and then the Mr. Olympia contest. Bro,
right?
It was like it's so funny. Just would kept turning to me every time he would do like a pose, and one thing she'd be like, "Don't ever get like that. That is disgusting." And I'm like, "Jess, do you know how how perfect that guy looks right now?" And she's like, "That is disgusting." I'm like, "No, he's Arnold." Oh,
there's no way. If Arnold Schwarzenegger come out over to Jess in his prime, she'd be like, "I'll go home with you."
Oh, dude, that's why you got to watch this. You got to see. He's like, at this time in the 70s, it was a very different time. You could explore your sexuality with the ladies. You got to watch. Dude, the whole time I watched this, I don't even know if I pulled in everything that he was saying because I would just laugh every time he talked. And that's not an insult. He just has my favorite voice of all time. It's just like, and sometimes we would go out to dinner and I met Maria Shriver and she was very nice. And, the Kennedys were so nice to me. Wow,
and then get to the chopper. Get to the chopper. Sub-Zero is now Plane Zero.
They didn't dive enough into the movies, I will say that. Dude, you remember, by the way,
one of my favorite movies, bro, that doesn't get enough run, I think, is Running Man.
Oh, dude, Running Man's a great. Richard Dawson. We've had our amazing. The other one in Predator, you know who I always thought, like, if there was
Jesse the Body Ventura?
Jesse the Body Ventura was amazing in it. And then the other guy.
Apollo Creed?
Yeah, Apollo Creed. Oh, the best thing is when Apollo and Arnold clap hands and then they just cut to their biceps while they're like holding fists. The other guy's who's the guy that shaved his head? The guy who was best friends with Jesse in it, and after Jesse got his chest shot out the next day when they were trying to find a predator, he was climbing up the thing because he left them because he was going to try to kill the predator by himself, and he was going, "I'm going to have me some fun. I'm going to have me some fun."
Yeah.
That guy, I forgot his name. And then there was Billy, the guy in Predator who was like the Native American guy when he tried to fight the predator and he cut his chest with a knife. Dude, that was the most testosterone-filled movie ever.
Did you know Jesse the Body Ventura was really a Navy SEAL?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, well, he was first Jesse the Body Ventura at WWE. That's what I really like.
Yeah,
but he was a legit Navy SEAL though too.
Yes,
and he was a governor too, bro. The
governor of Minnesota. Yeah. Bill Jesse would always be like, the people of Minnesota. Like he has a great accent.
Dude, who would have thought when we were watching Predator back when we were kids that we'd have two governors in that freaking room?
Exactly.
We'd have Jesse the Body and Arnold.
And that politics were simpler than they are now. Two dudes from Predator could run half of the country after that, and now it's a shit show. We should get more actors. Who else would we get? Let's get Shia LaBeouf in the office. Let's see what happens. You never know.
Dude, I just want to see The Rock. If The Rock runs for president, bro, I'll be there ready to sign up.
That's possibly happening.
I know, dude. He better. Dwayne The Rock Johnson one time.
Would you vote for him? I don't even know what politics he has. I just know I really like the movies he does.
Dude, he's a great guy.
Dude, have you seen what are those movies about the Jumanji movies he does with Jack Black?
Oh, yeah, they're unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Oh, it's hysterical.
Jack Black.
When Jack Black plays, he's a man with a woman inside of his head. That's one of the funniest comedic turns of all time. That's where this show just went just now. All right, let's run, dude. What are you going to do tonight?
I'm going to get dinner with Amsinger. Me, Amsinger, and I are going to Steak 44. If you've never been to Steak 44 in Phoenix, I think it's Tempe or Phoenix. It's the best steak you'll ever have. You got to get the Wagyu beef butcher's cut. Now, it's really expensive, but it's the one time I'll spend that much money for it.
That sounds very lean. It sounds like lean, not much fat.
It's so good, bro. It's incredible. I'm so excited for it. I'm going to get a nice workout in so I can have like two of them. I might get two of them.
You're going to get two of them? Like a Brontosaurus burger?
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Nice.
Well, you get after that. I'm going back outside. I apologize to the men, but I don't apologize to the ladies for this. Such an idiot. I'm such an idiot, man. Jess is going to kill me. I hope she doesn't see this one.
That's so good. Jess better watch this one.
No, I'm not letting her watch this one. I'll hear about it. Dude, you're frozen. That's how bad that line was I just had. There you are. You're back.
How about now? Am I back?
Yeah, no, you froze like this.
I did.
Yeah, it's perfect. All right.
It's because it was so good. Like, I'm not apologizing to the men, but all the ladies out there.
All right, let's get out of here before I get into more trouble. We'll catch up tomorrow, right?
All right, brother. All right, we did it, kids. We figured it out. Yeah, get this out there ASAP, dude, because the people
I'm trying.
What is it,
The sooner I get this out there, the more I can go back into my backyard. So we got. All right, bro.
All right, get it out there. All right, man. Thanks, Chinch. Love you, man. Everybody, thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow with another Ohtani minute or Tawny time. Tawny time. You're Jack. You're Jack, bro. See you.